And so, like, I had to learn, like, it was something completely new to me. Like, it was something really hard for me to get over. And for me, it still is.
It's really weird when you go to the grocery store and there's arrows on the floor.
Where
you can walk.
Yeah.
My stepmom just posted a quote that we're going to need a passing lane in the fucking grocery store.
Oh my God.
Costco's going to be a whole new level now.
You think it's going to continue like this? Or you think do you really believe that society is going to continue to follow these rules? Or do you think when they turn it off, when the government finally says it's off, you think it's going to go back to the way it was prior?
The way that it's looking with what they're rolling out, it seems like they're going to be keeping this whole, like, needing grocery store aisle lanes in and, like, the 6-foot distancing outside of social circles bullshit. I mean, I get it. I totally get where it's coming from. But, I don't know. I don't see... I can't say one way whether I'm going to see people really abiding by it. I mean, per se, yes, because if there's enough people that are, like, so firm in their fears and beliefs that they're literally, like, calling the cops every time they see people, like, not abiding by it, like, potentially that part of society could push it through, yeah. But right now, like, most people in the grocery store, I look at them when I'm about to pass them, I'm like, are you cool if I walk past you? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, you're good with it, I'm good with it. Like, cool, we're good.
Yeah, so I mean, like, do you think that, like, later on it's not going to be a big deal to pass somebody without getting a dirty look at the grocery store? I mean, like...
I hope, I would like to pray for that, but I mean, I've gotten some real dirty looks, and like when you see someone literally wait at the end of an aisle because you're in it and they're waiting till you leave to enter the aisle.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of people that I'm worried about.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I get it. And you know what? There's a fear. It's a big fear because, like, if you read any news articles...
How was your fear on the Richter scale? Like,
my personal fear?
Yeah.
In the beginning, I was kind of like... And then there's, like... I definitely had a few days there. I would probably say late March, early April, where I was definitely like, maybe I really need to be worried. I definitely... use the vape still, and it's a respiratory thing. And the first thing I thought when I realized it was a respiratory thing was like, wow, old people and vapors. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, I'm not totally in the clear. So I did, but I mean, after a week or so, I kind of let off. But you know what's weird is I spend a lot of time at home, and obviously I was taking advantage of being able to. When I'd leave my house, I would pick up on more fear and anxiety. And I feel like it was just from being out in public.
You're exactly right with that.
Because I mean, like, when and it was gone.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Yeah. And even though me and you, we spent quite a bit of time breaking all those rules.
Yeah. Not breaking the rules.
Not breaking them, but I mean...
We were still living life, but I mean, we were being cautious and respecting other people.
Yeah, we were.
Right? You were very respectful of me because I told you, like, yo, it's social distance, let's go meet in a parking lot. And you're like, okay, like, I think it's bullshit, but we're gonna do it, whatever you want, right? So that's respect.
Yeah. But, I mean, as soon as I could get you close enough, I was hugging you, though.
Oh, shut. He did give me a hug after dinner. He cooked really well. He deserved it.
Thank you. You got to give me a hug when I leave tonight.
Maybe.
All right. So, like, in the self-isolation, like, I mean, like, I really had a hard time complying with that. I'm not complying with it, but I mean, like, I get it now, but I mean, like, I was really worried about the economy again. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I was like, we're going to self-isolate, we're going to shut down the whole country, and it was really hard for me to get this through my head. Mm-hmm. That, I mean, if everyone's we shut down schools and everybody's at home. I mean, I was fearful. I was fearful for the economy the most.
For sure. Oh, for the economy, for your own health, for people's like well-being and mental health, and like 100%. I have a question. How did you know that we were self-isolating and shutting the economy down if you weren't following the news?
Stop it. I'm a psychic.
Selective reading?
Oh my God. So, I mean, at one point in time, I wanted to, I mean, like when they shut down all these businesses and that, I mean, and then again, I had a really hard time because I mean, I was seeing like Walmart. You could go into Walmart and they're saying these are essential businesses, but I mean, let alone Canadian Tire was open.
Bro, Michael's was fucking open.
Oh, was it?
The craft store. Like, I understand that people need to do shit when they're at home, but the fact that Michael's is open, I was like, how is that an essential service?
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't get my hair cut. I mean, I couldn't go to the music store to buy this or our new equipment. I had to order all this stuff, and I mean, I had to meet you guys out in the parking lot. But I mean, like, I could go elbow to elbow with people almost in other stores. I mean, like, I mean, I get we can say Walmart because they do have food there, but I mean, like, why is Canadian Tire open?
I mean, like, it's like I've been to Canadian Tire twice in the last 2 months, so I could see that.
Oh, it's definitely my favorite store too. But I mean, I'm looking at the whole big picture here.
Okay, well, my big picture when I drive through town and I see all the closed buildings and the open buildings, I'm seeing big box chains, corporate buildings.
You're exactly and
I'm seeing everything: small businesses, entrepreneurs. Local companies shut down.
Yeah, and you know what? That's a great point because that's a great point. Is that there was only the big box stores that were open, and now all these small little mom and pop stores were affected, and they were the ones that are closed down.
Or they shut down like completely, and then now they're just trying to like poke out or do home deliveries or whatever they can. Right?
They're doing whatever they can to stay alive.
Yeah.
I mean, I talked to my one buddy, which is a successful businessman, and I asked his advice on this, and what he said was that only the big companies are going to survive. I asked him, and I said, "Is the economy going to rebound out of this?" And his answer was, "Yes, it is." And
For sure,
and what he said was that only the big companies are going to stay alive, and it's going to close down all the small companies, and that's exactly what's going to happen.
For sure, and I mean, like, yeah, totally, because the restrictions even that are coming out now is still going to be limiting and increasing.
I'm booing that. I'm booing that. I don't agree with that shit.
It's wiping out a lot, and it's like everybody's going to have to find new ways of making a living without having to get trapped in something.
Well, I mean, all these businesses are Canadian guys, and it's their dreams to have these businesses open. And it doesn't matter that they weren't making $1 million at it. The fact that they were doing what they wanted to do,
100%, and they're doing what they love, and now it's just like
they were moving ahead. They had employees. They were pulling a profit, even if they weren't. They were staying ahead. Each year they were continuing to grow.
Yeah.
I mean, like businesses, some businesses they don't necessarily have to be pulling in $1 million to be successful. You don't measure your success by that.
No, you don't.
No, you don't have to.
No, for sure. And like that's why right now it's like so important to support local. You know, like your money, you're voting with your dollar. You know, and like where you put your money matters. Like whether like it's so easy to order off Amazon because everywhere else is closed, and you don't want to go stand in fucking line outside of the department store, so you just can get it delivered to your house. But like, don't call a local business and see if they'll deliver. Because there's so many that like they might not have their doors open, but they're still in service, and like they need every fucking dollar they can get right now. You know, like even when it comes to buying masks and stuff, like find someone in town that'll like make them for you and even pay them. You know, like someone that's bored at home with nothing to do because they're self-isolating. You know, and like put money in the people around you in your community's pocket. Is my opinion on it. Like that's something I would like. Everything I need, like there's a couple little things I've ordered offline, but I try to see it out or source as much as I can from within the city and from people that live here.
Yeah, I totally agree, 100%. High five to that.
High five to that.
Okay, cool. Let's give her a great round of applause for that.
Ooh, get a round of applause. Thank you.
Okay.
Queen wave. Oh.
Stop everything! Stop!
This is some of the
on the soundboard.
This is my voice clips I had.
Excuse me, sailor, but this port is closed. Hey, get your finger out of my porthole.
I mean, that was for the port ones, and I missed that one. I missed those ones. How about this one, huh?
I say, cover your mouth. Sorry, Mom.
You must have so much fun recording this. I love it.
I do. That's what I do at night time.
I'm gonna come up with some good ones to send you to do.
You can do them with your phone and make your own voice thing.
I probably won't. But you never know.
You're gonna make me sift through them, eh? You're gonna make me.
You never know, though.
Oh no! Oh, they're all gonna be fart ones, probably, eh?
Maybe burp. I don't fart.
Yeah, you do. Remember? You do have a burping problem for sure.
It's not a problem. It's a gift. I'm gonna win competitions with it.
Cuckoo.
Yeah, you just wait.
How about this one? Okay, that's good. Okay, but I mean, okay, so I mean, I wanted to sit here. I mean, originally when I first sat down to do all this, I had all these statistics, and I was comparing them to other diseases, and I was finding statistics and percentages, and I could have a rebuttal and justify my beliefs. But when I sat down and I really thought about it, none of those diseases are prevalent to the ones that we're fighting today.
Yeah.
I mean, we can use those.
Yeah.
We can look at them, but I mean, we can't compare them because they're not the same.
And they're in a different world than we're living in today.
And they're in a different world.
It's a different time. It's completely. You're totally right. 100%. Yeah. All we can go off of is the data that we're getting today and the numbers that we're getting today. Unfortunately, it's coming out that a lot of that data is twisted or not completely true. However, we can do the best we can with what we know and look at it and understand that there is a threat, 100%.
Yeah.
However, we still can just like keep our heads on and go about living our lives while maintaining caution, supporting local, and supporting the economy as best we can because it's fucked right now.
It is. I totally agree.
God help us.
I mean, like, I looked at this. I mean, I thought it wasn't a big problem because I didn't know anybody that was sick, right? I mean, that's how I justified my beliefs. I was like, I don't know anybody that's sick. We could go to the hospital right now and there'd be nobody there that was sick. So I tried to really justify my beliefs, and so
more so justify like not caring about it.
Well, I mean, I had to research why I was looking at it, and these are some of the reasons why in my own mind that I learned about myself. It was that I was overgeneralizing. Mm-hmm. I was overgeneralizing the whole topic. I had emotional reasoning going on that. I was pretending that I was being a fortune teller by referencing,
ancient data.
Ancient data.
Technically, ancient.
And I was under the like. This is another big thing. This is probably my biggest fault. Was my entitlement. I thought that nobody has the right to tell me what to do. And I'm going to reflect on that a little bit more after I get done talking a little bit. But I'm going to look into that, and I'm going to tell you where my thoughts were wrong.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
So, I mean, one thing that I did was I'm glad that I educated myself onto this podcast. I'm really glad that I took the time to learn this. And I bet you're pretty surprised that I've really changed my point on it.
I literally had no idea what to expect going into this. I was like, oh, okay, let's talk about it. We might have to record it again.
And I warned, and I previously warned you. I was like, because I was going to do this alone because I didn't want you to be associated with it. Because if I was going to sink the ship, I was going to sink the ship by myself.
I appreciate that.
But I let you come into this one because I feel a lot better about it.
I do too. Okay. And I feel like we got to put out some little bits out there that are without getting too.
I'm glad I took the time and I thought about it quite a bit.
Scotty's on the fucking ball. We are not going to take the show over fucking COVID. The economy, but not the show.
I know, and I had to come to the realization that I've made many mistakes in my past.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Me too. I have.
Even last night. I'm just kidding.
I've been wrong even when I've been convinced that I've been right in the past.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I took the time to realize the repercussions of bad publicity to this also.
It's important to be open to new ideas and new truths.
It is. I mean, that's how you grow. That's how you grow as a person.
Clinging to a truth that's going to do nothing for you because, like, when you find a new one, you're going to have a whole new world.
And I realized that I had the right to believe that what I wanted to, but I have no right to impose my beliefs on other people.
Nope. Exactly.
Yeah. I wanted to believe that I wasn't afraid. And the whole thing is that I think that the whole thing is that I wanted to believe that I wasn't afraid. I mean, I think all these ideas in my head, and I wanted to tell myself, Scott, you're not afraid.
Right. Like, you don't have to listen because you're not afraid.
I'm not afraid, but in all reality, I was really afraid.
Yeah. I mean, we all are.
I was afraid of the collapse of the economy. Mm-hmm. I was afraid that there was going to be another Great Depression. I was afraid for everyone's jobs.
For sure.
I was afraid for all those small businesses out there. And I was afraid of change.
Well, of course. Yeah, like, what's life? What's the future going to look like? Are we going to go back to anything normal?
Yeah. And
that's scary.
It is scary.
It is scary. But, I mean, at the end of the day, and, like, this is something I told quite a few people in the first couple weeks, is, like, it is what it is, and we can't change it. And we can sit there and, get into the fear and worry about, like, what's coming and what we don't know. Or we can just understand that, like, no matter what happens, we're going to just face it head on and work through it and, like, make the best of it, just like we do every day, So it's like, whatever, don't get too wrapped up in what the fear of change, around that, because we all adapt. It'll just be different.
Another thing that I was pretty ashamed of is that I figured that the death toll wasn't enough to be worried about. And what I realized is that any loss of life is enough.
Yep.
Right? It doesn't matter the number. Any loss of life is enough.
For sure.
You know, I'm ashamed that I had the thought that the death toll wasn't high enough, and I'm sorry for that.
And we just looking at it as numbers.
Yeah. I'm just looking at it as if it was numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured that what